Hello, my name is ElijahWarren, and today I'll be talking about the art of leading, how emotional intelligence training can make great leaders. Today, I'm here with,
Melody.
and I did have a larger audience, but unfortunately, because of some scheduling conflicts, they were not able to attend. I'll be beginning in three, two, one. If you ever wanted to get to know someone, you can ask them, what's your IQ? Maybe not the strongest or best questions to ask, but at least the person will more than likely know what you are talking about. A statistic that measures intelligence. But what if you ask them, what is your EQ? Now you definitely have made it awkward for the both of you. EQ, or emotional quotient, refers to the stat that measures emotional intelligence. Not many people know about it or have realized just how important emotional intelligence is in understanding one's emotions and others. It helps people from making choices like asking about someone's measured intelligence when they're making small talk. It also helps one make informed decisions, which can have drastic impacts. Currently, many leaders in the international community lack emotional intelligence to foster trust among their constituents and global connectedness. With low emotional intelligence, global leaders are unable to be effective leaders of their nations and work together to address international issues. We all have seen what can happen when leaders are able to work together effectively. The creation of the UN and the international support of countries drastically impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Without these moments in history, societies and the world itself would not be able to prosper. So, in order to reduce the potential rise of issues of having low emotional intelligence, today I propose that junior level international leaders should be required to take emotional intelligence training to be empowered to tackle current and future global challenges for a better world. Additionally, I aim to provide a glimpse of a model program that can ensure that emerging leaders are getting adequate training to inform how they can conduct their affairs. Before going further, let's determine what emotional intelligence is. Currently, many leaders in the international community lack emotional intelligence to foster trust among their constituents and global connectedness. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the ability to use the emotions of others and oneself to manage, understand, and use effectively in various situations. There are five components of emotional intelligence. The first is self awareness, the ability to perceive and understand one's emotions proactively. The second is self regulation, the ability to manage one's emotions in a healthy manner. The third is motivation, the ability to use one's emotions to pursue positive actions. The fourth is empathy, the ability to perceive and understand others' emotions. And the fifth is social skills, the ability to manage relationships appropriately. According to studies developed by Desborough et al. 2022 and Harms and Crede 2010, it is evident that effective leadership requires a substantial degree of EQ, in which recent research has identified a shift in defining leadership to include emotions, thoughts, and cognitions, which are important for leaders' subsequent actions, according to Gerda et al. 2025. From various sources that measure approval ratings of global leaders, one can determine that there is a lack of EQ in the international community. Approval ratings show that there is a lack of trust and accountability from several nations, which report concerns of leadership skills, decision making, and ethical decisions. Approval ratings are surveys conducted with large testing populations that vote to improve or disapprove their respective national leaders. According to statistics generated in February 2026 on Statista, out of 24 countries, only six world leaders had an approval rating above 50%. For the US, the Pew Research Center recently concluded in 2026 that around 60% of Americans respondents do not believe that Donald Trump is acting ethically and upholds the nation's democratic values. In addition, around 50% do not believe he has developed a dependable group of advisors to support his administration. Compared to other leaders, Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz and France's President Emmanuel Macron also have largely negative polling. According to recent affairs surrounding both of these countries, one can infer that issues regarding both countries' economies have respondents unconvinced that things will change soon. If the new generation of global leaders receive emotional intelligence training, these leaders will be equipped with useful tools and an enhanced perception to address the challenges that current leaders face today. By using a similar model like UNICEF a youth advocacy guide, YAG training, emerging leaders will have the opportunity to develop their emotional intelligence through certified teachers and experts to guide their experience. UNICEF's YAG training was first born from a group of international youth activists seeking to create a platform that will help youth learn about advocacy to then train other youth to train others about youth advocacy. They were then able to create the Youth Led Action Initiative, YAI, that developed the YAG as a booklet that guides the individual through developing advocacy skills, along with a training experience led by a mix of UNICEF staff, experts, and other youth advocates. Participants leave the program with their certificate from UNICEF, along with the option to become a certified YAG trainer to train other participants. The Yak training sessions have been an international success with over 500 trained Yak champion trainers who are youth from across 60 countries. I am one of them, fun fact. Youth have reported an overwhelmingly positive response to these trainings, which has allowed YAI to continue to grow its impact. By taking the structure of UNICEF YACS training, a similar initiative that is centered around emotional intelligence can be implemented. Participants will learn from UNICEF members and experts about emotional intelligence and how it affects leadership with a focus on the international community. Participants will receive a certification upon completion of the training with the potential to be certified as a trainer to participate in future training sessions. What makes this program unique is that to ensure that the emotional intelligence training is being consistently used after completion, the certificate must be revalidated. By using a similar framework as UNICEF YACS training, this solution is bound to have similar success. If this program is housed under the UNICEF YAI, then there will be even more support internationally for youth leaders to learn more about emotional intelligence and leadership. If young people are able to display that they are emotionally intelligent as they fulfill new leadership positions on a global scale, then it's safe to say that the world is in good hands. Thank you.